a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I get a lot of bread. On me, I get a lot of bread. Yo, they call me Retro Ryan. I ain't standing in no lines. I just pull up at the store and then the homie give me. Yo, we are back. I had to restart the live, but we back in action. Let's see if we can get Aneyeivkicks on here, man, because that's what the show is all about today. My sis Keisha, the first one to join back in. Rick Dub, Chesney Joel. Thank y'all for tuning in. Alright. We restarted the live. Aneyeivkicks, send that request one more time. Let's see what's gonna happen. Bugging. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's still bugging. It's not letting me.
Yeah.
There. Hey, man. I'm telling you, the internet, man, it's something else, man.
Technology is great until it doesn't work.
There you go, man. Hey, I gotta tell you, first and foremost, thank you so much for I know you're busy, so thank you so much for kind of rescheduling and making time in your busy schedule to do this interview. So I really appreciate that.
Of course. Thanks for reaching out to me and thinking I'm cool enough to be on here with you.
You are cool enough. That's for sure. So I'm excited, man, to finally just get into sneaker talk with you and get to know you and everything. So this is gonna be fun for me. As we always do on the show, the first thing that we do is we ask, how's your day going?
It's just getting started. I know it's already it's already 1 o'clock here, but I just got out of bed to get ready for this, and then right after I'm headed to Miami for a panel. So
wow, that sounds amazing. So Miami, have you been out there quite a bit?
I'm always any excuse to go to Miami and hit up sneaker stores and be within the culture, I'm there.
Come on now. All right, so that actually is a perfect segue to go ahead and start this show. So, Aneyeivkicks, I want to know, how did you start on this journey, like getting into sneakers and just becoming that lady that has an eye for kicks? So, how did this start? Like, talk to me on that.
I mean, growing up, I always liked Jordan. Really quick side note: are you getting feedback when I talk, or I just want to make sure you're not hearing it?
I'm not getting any. I'm not.
Okay. Now I can get over it as long as it's not impacting you.
Oh no. It's no echo or anything my way. Okay. Now I don't know. Okay, y'all in the comment section, y'all know how we are. We try to make this kind of like an all-inclusive thing whenever we do these interviews. Do y'all hear any feedback inside the comments? Yeah.
Okay, so they're hearing something from me.
Okay. I do not know. Okay, so they're hearing feedback, but on my end, I'm not hearing it. But what we can do is you can try to hop out and then come back in, and we can see if it'll work that way.
All right.
Just to, she said it's just a little distortion. So,
I mean,
but then
they're good with it. I'm good with it. We don't have to risk not getting back on.
I'm gonna ask the comment section, because we want to make this as great a show, because we got this amazing guest on, and I want to make sure that y'all good. Okay, it's fine. It's not bad. All right, let's continue to work. Let's continue to do this. So talk to me. You said that start your story again. I apologize.
All right.
Start your story again.
So I've always been into sneakers on some level. I mean, growing up, it was Converse. I'm one of 4 girls. I grew up in the Midwest in Ohio.
Okay.
My parents were not onto Jordans. They're like, we're not doing that.
I got you.
That's a whole different level. But I had every Converse and never plain ones. Wow. Always with some sort of design on it. And then I moved to South Florida, and I was like, I really want a pair of Jordans, but I didn't know enough about the retros, the silhouettes, all of that. So I went into a Foot Locker and I was like, boom, I like these. The color's dope. I like the shape of them. And they ended up being a Team Jordan. But they're so cool. I still have them. And so I just started I was like, all right, I really am liking these shoes. They're different. They're fun. There's always something else. Right. And then what really hit was when I started doing my research, and I did legitimate research to see what the different silhouettes are, like the different pairs that have come out. What are the OG pairs? Like, what is the design inspiration
Yeah.
behind them? Who were the minds behind the design?
Mm-hmm.
And then my first hit ever on the sneakers app was the Chinese New Year sixes, and I think
Oh
that was
yeah, yeah, I
also
remember those.
those were also, I believe, my first retro Jordan like I ever grabbed, and from
Gotcha.
there I was fully hooked. Like I was like, this is it. All hands on deck. I need all the pairs, and
No,
then
that's
that's how
that.
we ended up here.
Now, see, that's really dope. What I do is throughout, I have like a set list of questions, but I always veer off. That's one of the things about me and my interviews. Whenever I hear somebody say something on the interview, it makes me go into a sidebar kind of question. So I gotta ask, with that being your number like one as far as retro, a Chinese New Year, has that inspired you to buy all the Chinese New Year collaborations that have came out?
I don't think so, because it wasn't like it just happened to be my first hit and my
I
first
got you.
retro, and it's a dope shoe.
Got you.
Um, I do have like another pair of Chinese New Year's, but it's not like a thing where like I have to have
Got
them.
you.
But it's
Got you.
always dope to have like an Asian exclusive.
No,
Like I'm
no,
pretty sure
for
you
sure.
and everybody in the chat can be like, yeah, exclusive kicks are always like next
Yeah,
level. So I do
absolutely.
have like these
Oh,
too.
yeah,
So
those are crazy. Those are crazy. Like real talk. Like those are crazy. That's one of the pairs that I actually really wanted as far as the low top Jordan 1, man. Shout out to QC. The Queen Kiki just joined in. Lord Clink, I believe. Yeah, man. But y'all, we got my sis and Kicks in the building, and we just started the interview. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're moving on to the next question. With having an incredible eye for sneakers, because you do, I gotta know, what is a sneaker that you have an eye for as far as this year that you're trying to grab?
I mean, anybody that knows me knows I'm kind of like big on reach backs. So right now,
One of my favorite words.
listen, I think the pair that I need to grab this year is not even a pair that releases this year. It's a pair that released last year.
All right.
I need those Jordan 3 Medellins. Like I need those. The Rios can stay wherever they're at, but I need the Medellins. Hey, I'm gonna try to hook up. I have a mic. I'm gonna see if that makes a difference.
Okay.
Really quick. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting this
No,
interview.
no. You're good. You're good. Like I said, we want you to feel comfortable.
I just want to make sure that everything is quality, top notch.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. And your business. Yeah, man. Y'all, we got Aneyeivkicks in the building, man. We've started it off. We got to know a little bit. Chinese New Year, sixes, first retro that she acquired, and really became, a fan of the culture after studying and learning more about the sneakers in general. So we're excited to continue to get to know her and the things that she's into. And she said the Medellins. How you said again? Medellins?
Yeah, I think I'm not Hispanic, so I think that's pretty
Medellins.
good.
Yeah, like that's but the threes, that's a pair that she wants to reach back for. And I love reach backs. Everybody knows that that tunes in, as you mentioned earlier. If you know me, then we love sleepers and reach backs. We love reach backs. That's one of the things that we go grab daily. As a matter of fact, the Nina Chanel's will be a reach back for me. It's a 3 that I've been wanting because I've always liked artistic vibes with shoes, a la the Paris. Always like artistic, like sneakers, things that have a flair, a love of culture and art throughout the sneaker, right? It's a lot of fun for me. So yeah, let's get right back into it. I noticed that you travel a lot. I noticed that it's a lot of going different places, and I love that because I love to do that type of stuff as well. So if you're going on a trip, I want to know what's your go-tos as far as if you're going on a trip and you need 3 sneakers to take on that trip. What are your go-to sneakers that you have to bring for that trip?
I mean, honestly, it depends on the trip.
Okay. So we're
I
gonna
like.
say I'm gonna set the mood here. I'm gonna set the tone of where we're going. We're headed out to Miami, and it's a sneaker event, but you're gonna be there a while. So you can bring up to 5 sneakers, but 3 of them have to be like those go-to sneakers that you need for the week. So what 3 shoes would you bring that have to be in that 5?
All right. I think, I mean, Miami wise, you gotta come with some fire, some hype is always gonna turn heads.
Come on.
Also, you wanna, nod to Miami. So I'd have to do, if it's Miami, I'm taking the LeBron South
Come
Beaches.
on.
Um, I'm probably gonna take my off-white Volt Air Force Ones because
Okay.
that neon is, next level.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then probably, if I'm gonna be there for a while, I'm probably gonna take something comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm an off-white junkie.
Okay. Okay.
Rest in
Thanks for
peace,
letting me know that.
Virgil. So I'm probably gonna take the off-white Prestos just for comfort level
I
too.
like. See, I like that. I like that. That's a sense of comfortability and hype. That's a mixture right there. I like that. I like that a lot. And a lot of heat. I gotta say, a lot of heat now. A lot of heat within all of that. So that's a lot of fun right there. All right. So since this is the part where most of my people have the most fun as far as who comes on here, because they get to show off sneakers that they love within their collection. But it's also a hard part for y'all because it's hard for y'all to find 10 sneakers that you just absolutely love because you love all your shoes, right?
Oh yeah.
And I know it was hard. I know it was hard to find 10 shoes to show off, but we're excited about it. And I know the people in the comment section are really, really excited about it. So we're gonna go from 10 to 1, and we're gonna talk a little bit about these shoes, why you chose them, why you love them, why you like them, whatever the case may be. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna learn more about you through sneakers. So we're gonna go from 10 to 1, and we're gonna rock just like that. So can you tell us what the number 10 sneaker is, man?
Okay, so I've done so many like picks like this. I wanted to do something different and something unique for your show.
Perfect.
So it's not so much my 10 like absolute favorite, like if my house was on fire, these are the pairs that I'm grabbing.
Okay.
But I wanted to grab 10 very sentimental and different pairs that you don't always see. I don't really have them ranked though, like
No,
my
it's
favorite.
fine. It's fine.
I'm just gonna
We're gonna
go
go down. Either way, we're gonna go through the stretch from 10 to 1. It's okay. I actually appreciate you doing something a little different for my show. So I'm grateful for that. So let's go into it. Number 10. What do you got?
I'm gonna go ahead right behind me. I'm gonna go with the Powerpuff Girl Dunks. For me, like I feel like everybody was like, "Oh, it's the Powerpuff Girls," but a lot of people were saying it Powder Puff, or they just didn't know the characters like that. I grew up
It's
watching
the
them.
Powerpuff Girls for the record. I just making it known. My little sister made me watch this. Well, excuse me. It started off as a made me watch, and then I became a fan of. I just want to make that known. Mojo Jojo, Powerpuff Girls, definitely a big fan. All right, so talk to me.
So I actually grew up watching the Powerpuff Girls. Like every
Absolutely.
new episode, like I was Blossom. I was the oldest of 3 girls. There's 4 of us now, but growing up, we all had our personality. My personality was Blossom.
Yeah.
I had a doll that I carried everywhere with me. So I was like, I need these. And then on top of everything else, these were my first skate shop hit. So I actually hit local in Miami, like the weekend after or the day after they dropped.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's cool.
I was like, I needed these. And then the skate shop was like, I'm so glad you're so excited for them.
Yeah, that's a pack that I absolutely want to reach back and grab. I want all 3. I really do. It's one pack that I actually want. I know a lot of people are like, well, I like the Blossom, or I like the Buttercup, or I like the Bubbles, but I am one of those type of guys. In this case, the nostalgia behind it, I want the entire pack. And that one there is actually really, really fire. So we starting off on a real high note with number 10. I happen to be a huge SB fan too, sis. You're learning that today, but I'm a very, very big SB fan. So yeah, very, very dope shoe. Can you tell me about other than the sentimental value of it, the fact that you grew up watching the show, all of that, what kind of is it the colorway also that kind of caught your eye as well? Are the details,
I
like talk to
mean,
me on that.
with SBs, it's always going to be the details
Yes.
because their storytelling and their details are unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like I'm not even like a huge pink person.
I
I
got you.
love orange, but I think for me it was just pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
It was like I need that, and I wouldn't get the pack because I feel like if I was gonna get the Bubbles and the Buttercup, like I would need to give them to my sisters who were Bubbles and
But
Buttercup. Like
that's
I would
so
need each
cool.
of us to have
Yeah, no,
some.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Like maybe, hey, maybe I've inspired y'all to get the pack, but through the sisters, and y'all can take a picture within the SB, having the SBs on. Maybe y'all can recreate that. That'll be pretty fire.
Yeah, if
So
we got them all, we definitely would have to take that
yeah,
picture because that would be
absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're moving on to the number 9. Number 10 was definitely dope, and I'm a big fan of the pack in general.
So this next one is my first Diodora. I was actually introduced to it by my bro 10.5 on Instagram. I'm always watching sneaker battles with my husband and seeing pairs that are pulled that you never get to see that are
Uh
just
huh.
like eye-catching is, kind of what we do it for. Plus it's
Yeah.
just fun. But this pair, the Diodora Vino Veritas, like
Wow.
this pair, the lace, the velvet, the
Man,
leather, like
I'm looking at the detailing on these joints. Like
yeah.
these are crazy.
And I believe that and I think they might be a numbered pair. Honestly, I'm not a Diodora person. This
Yeah,
pair
yeah.
just caught my eye.
I've seen a pair of Diodoras on multiple shows that we've done, and their popularity is like continue to grow. Is continuing to grow. So, very, very like detailed. Looks like a very quality.
Oh yeah,
shoe.
the
Yeah,
quality is insane.
yeah. And I'm not even getting it justice, not seeing it in hand, but just off this camera, it really looks like a fire shoe. It really, really does. I know a lot of people that tune in that are big Diodora fans, so y'all make sure to, as we always do, show love to myself. Oh man, that came with it as well, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
came with the little dust bag.
Oh, that's cool, yo. That's cool. That's cool.
And this is like there are certain shoes. Normally, I'm a size 7 grade schooler men. There are certain shoes
Mm-hmm.
that I will do a size 8 just to have the shoe. Like the Blossom is a
Yeah.
size 8. SBs are so padded it's fine. This is a size 8. I needed it. Like I had to have
No,
it. So
for sure, for sure.
I'll do a little bit of clown feet if it means having a shoe.
I like that. I like that. The clown feet. Yeah. And I heard you mention earlier about the hubby. Shout out to the hubby. Is he a sneakerhead as well as you are?
Oh yeah.
I like asking.
All this side is his, and then mine is like the ones laying sideways are all his pairs, and mine are all the up and down.
Love it, love it, love it. I actually got my wife into sneakers. She was actually more of a heel person when we first met. But I mean, really, how can you start dating a sneakerhead and not almost like for sure become one? Like yourself.
Yeah.
It's really hard, like not to. So now she's in the sneakers. So I love that when couples are able to kind of share their passion through sneakers. It's just a dope thing. So I had to side note that.
I've gotten my family in on it. Like my mom loves going, and she travels for work. Anytime she's somewhere that there's a sneaker retail shop, she's in there. She's sending me pictures of pairs that she likes. My grandma, we took her when we were in. So my parents live in Mississippi. They live an hour from New Orleans. So we took my mom and my grandma to a shop that we knew the owner in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And my grandma fell in love with the honeydew dunks. They're like that real
Yeah, I
fleecy
know
green
what you're
and
talking
white.
about. Yeah.
So that was her Christmas present. That she was ready to spend the money on it. And my grandma doesn't spend money on herself like that. So
No,
I was
man.
like, my
That's so
mom
dope.
got her Grinches last year. Like that was her grail. So like I've gotten my family into it. I've had my sister find a pair that is like, she's like sneakers, like that's stupid. And then she's like, oh my God, this pair is amazing. It was the Swarovski Crystal Air Force
Oh
One
yeah,
with like
yeah, 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 yeah.
that cagey, gothic-y look to it.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she fell in love with them and was like, I gotta have them. Next thing you know, she sent me a StockX screenshot of her ordering them. And I'm like, this is amazing.
No, no, for sure, man. I love it. And it's a family affair now. You got Grams
Yeah.
into it. I absolutely love that, man. I do. I really, really do. And that's what the sneaker culture is, really. It's just sharing your passion, sharing your love, and it's infectious. It really is. And I love the fact that your family is involved in that now, because that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Sharing your passion, sharing your love, and others. It becomes their passion and the love that they have. So I love that. I love that. All right, so we're moving on to the number 8 sneaker. What we got?
I think for number 8, I'll just go ahead and pull an 8. I've got the OVO 8. They've
Fire.
never been worn. Probably will never be. It is a size 8.
Okay.
I think I hit these from OVO.
Okay.
But the thing for me, I needed them because of the little owl.
Yes.
Because I have an owl, because I lost my best friend like shortly before these dropped.
Okay.
And so I was like, I need these so that like she's never seen me be where I'm at right now, but now I get to feel like a piece of her is always here with me. Absolutely. In like one of my most cherished items.
Absolutely. Our deepest condolences to the loss of your friend, and I definitely love the fact that you have something to always kind of tie you in and make you remember your friend that you lost. That's a powerful thing, man. It's a powerful thing. It really is, when you're able to kind of put those two things together, and it's something that you'll always remember. And I get why you won't put them on, and I also like the connection to it. It's really dope. Really, really dope.
Well, that's
by the way, dope tattoo as well.
Thank you. You see it a lot in the community though, where people are connecting to loved ones or best friends. Like I think Kiki, who was in here earlier,
exactly.
She has a very similar story where her and her best friend picked up that pair together. Mm-hmm. And so now every time she wears them, it's like a tribute to her best friend, which is, I love it. I love the way that sneakers speak to us on such like volumes that most people don't understand.
No, they wouldn't. You would have to be in it to really get a grasp of where y'all are coming from. And I love and respect that so much. The way that y'all are being able to express too. A lot of people are scared to show emotion. Emotion in the world, as far as a wide scope, is looked at as weak. And I don't consider that at all. I think you should be able to share and, cry or whatever you need to do to kind of get it off, because, like the mental needs to be strong, and having wellness, like a wellness check, daily to make sure you're good. It matters. But on the same level, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to express yourself. And I appreciate you ladies for expressing what you've been through, and bringing us in on your journey, so to speak, with the connection and loss of loved ones. So I really appreciate that. I really do. So very, very dope. Again, y'all, we got an eye for kicks in the building, and I want y'all to do something that we always do. I want y'all to show love to my sister. So what I want you to do is, right now, if you're tuned in, if you're locked in, I need you to put some fire emojis inside of the comment section if you're rocking with my homie Aneyeivkicks. I need you right now to do that, because that's what we're doing. We're gonna show love. Y'all know what we do on this show. If you're rocking with my sis, fire emojis need to start popping up. Okay, I'm already seeing fire emojis. That's what I'm talking about. We showing love. With us. We showing love. They rocking with us. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. All right. So we're moving on to the number, I believe we're at 7, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. Number 7. What we got?
All right, so I'm a huge art lover, which is why I love to be in Wynwood in Miami.
We connecting here. I just expressed that. That's what's up.
Yeah,
okay.
But that's a big part of how I came up with my name. Is like I've always been very artistically inclined. My great grandma was a local artist in upstate New York.
Wow.
So and we'll get to that in a second. With another pair. But I've always had like that creative eye, and then I love shoes, so I went with an eye for kicks. So that's like the whole name.
Exactly.
So then I have to go with a pair that, just showcases all of this artwork from these amazing kids up in Chicago.
That's a cool pair, though. That's a cool pair. Like, now I don't remember if those had extended sizes. Is that like a women's exclusive or a children's exclusive?
I don't think so. I think it was a men's release, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it was a regular.
I'm gonna make sure, because the reason I asked that is simply because I'm like, whoa, I need to be grabbing those. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fire shoe. I'm like, I need to be grabbing those if they got them in my size. So yeah, okay. Talk to me about these. Like, of course, you are very artistic inclined individual. So tell me what you love about these. I mean, all the detailing is amazing. Did they come factory like that with the laces? Or
no.
Did you change them?
I swapped them. I have the other pair with the other laces. I did like a 1-in-1.
Yeah.
But it is. I just got confirmation. It is a men's release, so you might be in luck.
Yeah.
But it's also got like the 3M tongue. You can even with the ring light, you can see it kind of showing up there for us. But I love that they took all of this artwork from these kids and they just stuck it on a shoe for us. It's literally like when I find a pair that's wearable art, it's a must pop.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And I'm looking at it, man. There's so many great details on this shoe. And I also love the lace swap that you added to them, especially with that side panel being close in that range to that lace swap. Man, this is like really great stuff, man. I really like the shoe. And I also like 5s. I'm a big fan of 5s too. Big tongue.
5s are so slept on.
Yeah, the big tongue is always like, the thing that's like, hey, come on now. I came up when the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when you had the great 5s on and the big tongues is out, like, you know what I'm saying? So like the 5s have a special place in my heart. They do. So I'm a big fan of these, man. I'm gonna have to cop these. Don't be surprised. I hit them like, hey, I got them.
Tag me when you post them.
Yeah.
So I know.
Yeah, exactly. I will. For real. Because you really got me on one right there. I seen those a while back, but I didn't really get a detailed look at them. But man, like seeing them up close like that, like, this is a really dope shoe. This is
and each shoe is a little bit different. So they have different details.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. So it's like, and that makes it even more of an exclusive sneaker because as you mentioned, the different details on each one. That matters.
So like
that really matters.
2 pair is exactly the same.
That's cool. That is like really, really cool. And this is a dope pair. And I can say this, this is actually a shoe that since we've been doing the show has never been on my show.
Wow.
So yes, this is a sneaker that I've never seen on the show. So very, very dope. I love when a shoe comes on the show that has not been shown. So yeah, I really do. So very cool. I know that the people in the comment section are rocking with it. I see a lot of very nice, see a lot of fire emojis. Official Mike, shout out to him. He said they're crazy. They're like one of ones. Exactly. Hey, in this case, it is like a one of one, and we've never seen it. So yeah. All right, so now we've made it to, I believe, was that the number 7? So this is the number 6, correct?
Yes.
All right, so moving on to the number 6, what we got?
I wanted to pull a little bit of hype.
Uh,
I
uh,
mean,
don't threaten us with a good time, sis. All
and
right.
I do have now. Me and hubby do have a pair of like his and hers for this, which makes it that
Shout
much
out to the hubby.
sweeter.
All right, what's
So
up? Oh,
this was his grail, and then he found them for me for a good price, and was like,
Dornbecker.
I have to get them for you so we can match. I'm like, okay, fine.
Oh man, this one here, like no lie, this one here, this one is high on the list of shoes that I want to add to my collection. That
You got to do it.
yeah,
you got to find a good used pair.
It's high, man. The Dornbecker 4s are crazy. I mean, literally, they're being pulled out. Whenever like people talk about exclusive and hype and stuff like that, this shoe is 9 times out of 10 brought up in some type of way. I mean, like literally, whenever something exclusive, right? Oh, is that the his? Okay, is that the his and hers? All right. Shout out to the hubby, man. Like that's what's up, man. I love it. I love it.
Just so you know, there's the size difference. You're not just
there is a size difference.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. All right, so y'all, we've made it to the top 5 sneakers. Now, normally when we do a top 5, we understand that the top 5 are normally like ones that you're connected to a little bit more, but in your case you said you really don't have an ordering of it, so I'm excited to see where you're gonna go with these last 5 sneakers. And when we get to 1, we're gonna do something special, which we always do. We always try to guess what you're gonna show for your number 1, if that's okay with you. But we're at the number 5 sneaker, and let's see where we're gonna go with the number 5. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, this 10 through 6 is crazy. So, all right, like what we going with number 5?
So honestly, like I know I said I didn't have a specific order, but I feel like I've been doing a really good job putting them in a proper order.
Okay.
And I do have like an 11th shoe, if that's okay.
Oh,
but it'll
so
be like an honorable.
Before you drop your 11th, hold it off for the dropping gems. At the end of each show, we always say, do you have a shoe that didn't make your top 10 that you would like to show off? And it's called the dropping gem segment. So you can show it for the dropping gems. All right.
Sounds good. All right.
So we at the number 5.
So I know you were just talking about New Orleans earlier. You're going out there. Make sure you hit up Cafe du Monde or maybe a little sneaker politics.
We're gonna be there.
So it's Cafe du Monde has been like a tradition since my great grandma, the one who was the artist. She used to love going down through the French Quarters, stopping at Cafe du Monde. Now my grandma does that with us. My mom does it. My husband and his daughter now do it with us. Like it's a whole family tradition.
You have to get the beignets at Cafe du Monde.
I wore this pair to Cafe du Monde while I was eating my beignets, and it was raining, but I still had to make it happen.
Yo! How have I never seen this shoe? Wait,
this is another pair that I was introduced to. I believe it was by What the Sneakers, who he lives, I believe, in Baton Rouge. And he's another one that is very big on stuff that you don't always see. So when I tell people, if I see something that catches my eye, I'm going to grab it.
If you look now, in Louisiana, I'm speaking from the area that I'm in, Shreveport. We call them Saucony's. Now, I know a lot of people use the technical name Saucony. That's fine, but where I'm from, we call them Saucony's. Now, the only reason I'm saying this is because I'm a big Saucony fan, and I have never seen this Cafe du Monde pair. Like, where is this pair being all my life? Like,
It's so crazy because they aren't easy to find. At least not in my size. So I had to clean them up a little bit, but I mean, I think they look
uh,
pretty
uh
good. And I
pretty
love the
fire.
powdered sugar.
Pretty
Like
fire is what they are.
they got the
Like that.
awning on the inside. Like it's
Man,
crazy.
what? This is all right. After I get off of this show with you, the level of searching that I'm about to start doing is about to be at an all-time high. I do not understand how. I am from Louisiana and I did not know Cafe Du Monde had a collaboration with Saucony.
They even
Like, that's
have
so
the
crazy.
instructions if you want to make your own beignets right on the back of the box.
What? But I love
They
it.
spared nothing.
I love it. Man, this is a fire pair to me. And I'm upset because it's like now, like deep down, sis, I want to be wearing these when I go. Like, you know, like deep down, like I really want to be wearing these when I'm out there. Like, this is like, I love that pair. I love that
And
pair.
like Rick Dubb said, there is another version of these. But I think I went with this pair because to me it just screams like classic Cafe Du
Absolutely.
Monde beignets. It's just such a dope and it's so like it looks so simple, but the details are really just there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's fire. It's fire. It's really crazy. And it's one of those shoes that I'm thankful that you showed this to me, because after we get off, I'm not lying. I'm literally going to be searching for this shoe, sis. I'm going to be searching for it.
The tissue
Like,
paper has the building on it. Like, it's crazy.
yo, I'm a sucker for details. And
Same.
this is a this is definitely high on my list now for reachbacks. This is high on my list. Like, you've literally just made this like priority number one as far as reachback go. Like, because I'm like, man, how do I not have this shoe? Because I've been looking at Saucony's for the last 4 months. I've been looking at Saucony's. That's all I've been looking at them. Like, man, I love all these pairs, but this pair has never come up. I've looked at all kinds. This pair has never come up. So you put me on game, and I'm thankful for it. Thank you for having an eye for these.
Of course.
And you know, giving that up to us, man. Like, I really appreciate it. All right.
Well, I'm glad I went with the let's show something different route because, listen, although I don't know, your bank account might be hurting after we're done with this, all the pairs you need to go grab.
I mean, it's going to be. And as a sneaker collector,
that's what we do.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. Like, literally, I want to make that known. Like, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. As long as the family's straight, I don't mind being broke. Like, I always say that. I always go like, you know what? Like, all my bills are paid. Like, my family's good. Food in the kitchen. I'm about the sneakers. I don't care about being broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm about the sneakers, man. As long as everybody's good, I'm copping. It is what it is, man. So yeah, I love that. So I gotta ask, do you and your husband, I heard you say that his daughter, so y'all, that's y'all child, y'all have any other kids?
Well, so she's my stepdaughter, my bonus daughter, but
yes.
I mean I treat her as she's my own. Like, if she wants it and I got it, she's got it.
Got it.
She's not big into sneakers. We have tried. She has some amazing pairs. She has a pair of Black Cat 4s that were gifted to her. We went to a back to school sneaker event, and I don't know if you know who He Got Kicks is, but he was there, sponsored by Hibbett, and he was like, "Oh, this is your daughter? Oh, let me hook her up." So he goes and he comes back with a pair of barely worn Black Cats and was like, "Here, do well in school. Here you go." And I was like, "What?" So now she's in high school and she wears them, and she's getting to that age where like it's weird because all the boys are like, "Oh, those are Black Cats, and are they real? And can I touch them?" And I'm like, this is what happens. Like, welcome to sneakers. Those that appreciate it go crazy.
Exactly. And that's what I love about it, really, is that's what sneakers does, right? Just a sidebar, like a side note of something that I went through that was similar to what you're saying with your daughter. Now, when I was younger, like in elementary school, basically this is how the sneaker journey started for me. I got clowned for a pair of sneakers that my mother bought because they were very inexpensive, and that's all she could afford. So when I was in the 4th grade, I really I was criticized heavy for wearing these buddies, as they called them at the time. And I went home and I was like emotional. I'm crying, you know, asked my mom, like, how could you like do this to me? Like, the kids, like, they hate me and stuff. So I wake up the next morning and my mom has a pair of the Nike Air Tempos on the countertop. And I put them on and I go to school the next day. And the praise and adulation that I got on the bus was something that I had never seen before. Oh my, yo, look what Ryan got on. Like, you know, like people were going crazy off just a pair of sneakers. And I'm gonna be honest,
it's really a confidence boost.
From that day forward, I wanted to be a sneakerhead. I wanted to have new releases. I wanted to have the new shoes on. And that's how it started for me. So I just want to say it just all ties in. And I love when I hear stories about kids and they're going crazy over sneakers because it brings me back to that moment. I just had to say that.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's crazy, that feeling of like almost like euphoria. Like, you don't want that to stop. You gotta have and then when you start making it that personal connection as well, it's just yeah.
Yep.
It's a next level feeling.
It really is. It really is. And that's the beauty of it now. Oh man. Shout out to Louisiana Fire. That's my dog. You know, we basically came up together. I happen to be a music artist as well. So me and Tay used to rap inside of a group together. So
nice.
He's bringing up the fact that we came up in an era where they were doing all these type of like fake sneakers and different things. Like, they were coming up with like Obama 13s and, you know, like all
I saw that comment, but I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So in Louisiana, we had like a period. Like, this was before like sneaker culture was popping, but this was at a time where like a lot of people in Louisiana were rocking like different kinds of sneakers that Jordan never released. Jordan never released these shoes. And it was at a time where people were like, you know, buying a whole bunch of shoes that Jordan just never released. And he's bringing up the fact that at a time I bought a pair of these 13s when Obama became president. And they had Obama on the side of them. And it's okay. I don't feel bad about it because it was in a time frame that people were rocking these type of shoes. It just was. It was in that time frame. We were kids. I'm a man now. I'm mature. So yeah, we understand that. Hey, you grow from your mistakes. I grew from it. All right. So yeah, he's talking about I had the forces. You had the 13. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, all right. So let's get into the number 4 sneaker, man. Let's get into the number 4. What we got, sis?
So, I mean, in case y'all couldn't tell, I feel like I talk about like my childhood and my grandparents a lot. So this pair reminded me, I mean, rightfully so, of my grandma for what it's called. I do wish I had the packaging. So I think it was Unheard Of that did the collab with Adidas. Now I'm like trying to double check, but if you got it direct from them instead of direct from Adidas, you got like the sheet packaging with it, like the little zipper, the grandma's couch.
Wow.
So I mean, obviously it's called grandma's couch for a reason, and my grandma definitely had a couch that was very similar that we'd go over, we'd catch the bus from her house, and we'd take a little nap on said couch right before it was time to walk out and wait for the bus. So
yo, I'm not lying, like, this pair is tough. Like, this is a really crazy pair, and I'm a big fan of what Adidas is doing too, because like people are sleeping on Adidas and what they have dropping outside of Yeezy, because for so long, like, Adidas was basically, it was either Ultra Boost or Yeezy that people were talking about. but it's been a lot of heat that's dropping, a la the grandma's couch joint. And I got a pair that's coming, these Simpsons Adidas that are on the way. I'm gonna tag you.
All right.
Matter of fact, I'll just send them to you. I'll send them to you to show you what pair I'm talking about in particular. I don't want to say it because I want to be able to make some content about it later on. But I'm gonna send them to you to let you know what pair they are. But what I'm saying is that Adidas has a lot of like heat outside of the Yeezy and Ultra Boost and things like that. This is a tough pair, man. Like, this is a really, really dope pair to me.
So Adidas even just did, and I was so torn on picking up a pair. They did a like Trinidad and Tobago Carnival like collab, but the shoes, there was one pair I liked, but if they weren't platforms, I would have grabbed them because I'm tall for a female, and I don't like to be any taller. Like, I'm good where I'm at. I do sneakers for a reason.
Right.
But they were like just neon orange with paint splatters because my husband's family, his parents are from Trinidad. So like I'm always looking for, you know, something that I connect with. And I think his dad had sent us the link because his dad's now appreciating. Before it was, you guys spend all your money on shoes. Now it's like, oh, you're making a business out of this. You've created a brand, and they're seeing that it makes sense.
It does.
So,
absolutely.
But
absolutely.
somebody
just said something. Somebody just said something tied into the grandma's couch. He said he likes the way the package looks like a sheet set. Do you have the package by you?
So that's what I was saying is if you got from Unheard Of, then you get the special packaging. I hit with Adidas, and so I just got the basic blue box that Adidas does. But so I mean, and it even ties into it even better because my grandma had her upstairs at the end of the hall was a closet with all of her sheets, and they were all in those sheet bags, and it was like, all right, you're staying overnight, go pick out your sheets to put out on the bed. Like, it was a whole, you know. And I like the story behind this pair. Is like, you know, he used to sleep on his grandma's couch when he didn't have a lot, and like his grandma was like his huge supporter, and that's how I was growing up. Like, my idea of a fun night was staying over at my grandma's house, not going over to a friend's house. So I had to have this pair.
I love it.
And I like the other colorway too, but this one was it for me.
Nah, I love it. I love it. I really do. I think that that's so cool. And I'm a big fan of those. I'm a very, very big fan of those. So I gotta ask, are there any other Adidas that you're trying to reach back for before we get into the number? I believe that was that 4 or 5?
I think that was 4.
Yes, 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any other Adidas that you have on your radar right now, like that you're trying to grab?
I feel so bad saying it because it's a Yeezy. The only thing that, I mean, I can't think off the top of my head. I do have somebody that's interested in a particular pair of Sambas, a colorway that she wants help trying to find if they like restock, but I'm not checking heavy. Oh, one pair I do like is the recent Bape collab they did, that it was more of like the color blocking. It wasn't like the Bape print all over. I think they just recently released those, so I think I would have to grab a pair of those if I did a Adidas reach back.
All right. I love it. All right, so we're moving on, y'all, to the number 3 sneaker. What we got?
I'm gonna go, y'all. I said I'm a huge Off-White fan.
You did.
This pair is again like wearable art to me. This is a pair that they did their research. They did the execution perfectly to make it look cracked, like it was the original pair worn. Insane, absolutely insane. They did their thing with this pair. That's
one that I hate. I didn't grab when I had the chance. Like, I was gonna pay resale on those when they first came out, and at that time it was for a reasonable price. But I held off because there were other shoes that I wanted a little bit more at the time. But I really wish I would have grabbed those when they were at that price, because now they've went way up, and on the only one that's obtainable right now is the black pair, as far
Yeah.
as for a decent price, because those have went really high up, and everybody knows the Chicago colorway is a very, very popular colorway. It's one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
I love this shoe, and I know a lot of people love this shoe.
I have cried over this shoe. Like, when they dropped and I didn't hit, and then news came out of him passing, first of all, like, living in South Florida and he had his shop in Miami, like, that was one person I wanted to meet and talk with and pick their brain.
Mm-hmm.
And so already that dream was gone.
Right.
And then I knew that the price of these would go up. Everybody's trying to capitalize on the fact that now he's gone and this is the last pair and whatever. And then I cried again when I got the pair for Christmas. When I opened it up and saw the box, the tears started coming. And we were at my in-laws, and they're looking at me like, "What is wrong with her?" But my husband knew what was going on. Like, it's just the emotions that these shoes like evoke in us is insane.
No,
insane.
it is. But again, you would have to be in it to truly grasp it.
Yeah.
Like, we understand. We do. We understand why you were emotional and the connection to the shoe, and finally getting them in hand. We know that feeling, so we get it. And that's the thing, man. The sneaker community is one of those communities where everybody is different, but we're the same, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. So I love that. All right, great. Number 3. All right, so we're moving on to the number 2.
So a shout out to my grandma again, same one who had the couch.
Might as well look. This is the Grams interview. You heard? Might as well shout out to Grams.
And it's crazy because I have talked about like my 2 grandmas and my great grandma all throughout this.
Shout out
so
to
the
Grams.
same one that had the couch, she was like grandma across the street because I grew up across the street from her, literally. And we used to watch The Wizard of Oz all the time, and her name was Dorothy. So when I came across this pair, I had to find them, and I got really, really lucky because they were older, and I found them in my size. I think they are a size 8, but I had to go with the Dorothy Dung.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough pair. That is a tough
Especially pair. You being an SB fan, I know.
That's a tough
I know you've
pair.
seen these before.
Like, literally, I had a feeling that's the pair you were about to bring out, but I was like, I'm gonna just be patient and let her show those off. But man, that is a tough pair. Very, very dope. Detailing crazy. And then I love how you tied it in with your grandma Dorothy. Like, look, man, look. Right now, it's Grams on the gram. You heard me? Grams on the gram. Grams on Instagram. Grams on the gram. That's what we going. That was the theme of this one, and I love that shoe. I love that shoe. That's a great SB. Great SB. Man, look at all the details.
I had
the yellow brick road and the
to buy it off. I had someone try to buy it off my foot at Dallas Sneaker Con one year. They're like, "How much?" I was like, "No, not at all."
I bet they did. I bet they did. It sounds like that. Look, exactly. Mr. Fresh Quinn, absolutely agree. That pair is crazy. I'm talking about crazy. I mean, detailing alone from the dress to the yellow brick road. I mean, to the wicked, like it's just it's
starting in black and white and fading to color, just like the movie does. Like, who thinks to do that on a shoe?
That bro, that shoe, like, I don't know, man. It just it brings something out of me. You hear me? I'm like, man, that is a fire shoe, bro. Like, fire shoe. That's all I'm gonna say.
I want to do a quick nod. I see my bro 10.5 is in here.
Okay, shout out to him.
No, 10.5, you can't buy this shoe off of me, but I do want to give him his flowers for introducing me to this shoe that I pulled earlier. So 10.5, I appreciate you as always.
Okay, shout out to him.
So yeah, but
man, shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him. All right, so y'all, we made it to the number 1 sneaker. And earlier I said that this is something we do on this show. We try to do more of a drum roll to lead up to the sneaker, but not just the drum roll. We always try to guess what the sneaker is going to be at number one based off of what we've learned from the guest. Now, our guest has given us a lot. Diodora, Off-White. I mean, we've had a lot of different sneakers. SBs. We had the Adidas. We had the Saucony. So yeah, or Saucony's where I'm from. We like so whatever the case may be, we try to do a little guess based off of what we've seen. What do y'all think the number one sneaker is gonna be? You can go brand. You can go specifics. I'm going to say that the number one sneaker is going to be an Off-White sneaker based off of what I've been listening to. So don't mean I'm right, but that's my guess. So what is y'all's guess of what the number one sneaker is going to be? We're going to give it about 10 seconds. Put some guesses in the comment section of what y'all think the number one sneaker is going to be. All right, Rick Dub, already June 4th.
I'll be shocked if anybody can even guess like the silhouette, because it's not like, it's so totally different from everything y'all have seen. I'm gonna give y'all that.
Air Jordan 11. Okay. Got about 5 seconds. Come on, get some guests up in here. All right, it's gonna be a Nike Jordan 3 Red Cement OG, Mama Yeah 3s, a low top. Okay,
good guesses. I'm impressed.
Yeah. All right.
We're thinking outside the box here.
3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. What is the number one sneaker that you're going to show off with us today, sis?
So I've mentioned already, I love a good his and hers pair. This was part of a his and hers pair that was worn for our wedding. If I wasn't doing this on my phone, I would show y'all the wedding picture to prove it. But I'm gonna go with the Jordan 11 Concord. I have my little lace charm on there, extra little pizzazz. But this retroed a month before our wedding, and we were trying to figure out, like, our theme was like light pink and gold, and we're like, what do we wear? And then when this started like announcing that they were going to retro it again, we were like, that's the shoe. That it's classic, it's easy to wear.
So I want to give a shout out to the Black Queen. She said
was right.
You would show a Air Jordan 11. Man, shout out to that. All right, that is dope. And by the way, I want to make this known that the Jordan 11 is my favorite silhouette of all time. So I want to make that known. It's my favorite silhouette of all time. Same way.
He loves himself a good. He has the original Space Jam 11, but when he was in college, he was going back home to Virginia because he went to college down here. And he went through airport security, and whatever they put on the grass at his college campus, like detected like the bomb. And this is around 9/11 time, so they ripped the sole off of his Space Jam to make sure there was no bomb. I got it re-glued for him, but I was like, that's so sad.
Rick Dove said if it was a bread, Ryan would have lost it. Yeah, I would have. Y'all know that's my favorite sneaker of all time. Everybody always kind of rags on me because I think that the Bread 11 is actually the greatest Jordan 11 of all time. I know that some people would choose the Space Jam. Some would choose the Concord. I'm a Bread guy. And that's why he was, Ryan would have went crazy if there was a Bread. No, I'm going to go crazy the fact that it's an 11. Y'all know I love all Jordan 11s. It's just the Bread is my favorite one. Yeah.
How do you feel about the velvet Bread 11s that they're supposed to be giving us?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you. I was kind of miffed by it, sis. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, why would they do that to such a classic? I was just like, why? Like, it doesn't need a suede version. It doesn't need that. But then I was thinking to myself, like, it is my favorite sneaker. So maybe if I see somebody with them, because I've done this, sis. I'll say this. I'll not like a shoe, like, based off of pictures. And then I'll see somebody wearing them, or I'll see them in hand, and it totally changes my mind. It's
different. Yep.
And I'm gonna give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. I didn't like so let's do a quick story time. I didn't like So these are the DMP 6s, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. When I found out that they were going to be bringing back the DMP 11s, sort of, I was excited because I thought the DMP 11s were about to drop, right? The OG DMP 11s. And then when they brought the Gratitudes out, based on the pictures, I hated it. I'm talking about, I was like, this is not the OG. What are they doing? Like, this is a terrible idea to do this. Bring the original DMP back. And not this Gratitude stuff. Bring the DMP back. When I saw them on feet on somebody, and I actually held them in hand, the shoe was actually fire to me. And that is what I'm going to say about this bread that's about to get ready to come out. I'm holding off all the judgment on it until I see it in hand and I see people wearing them actually on foot. That'll give me everything I need to know about them. But if you're asking me right now my honest opinion based off them, I don't like it. Because yeah, I don't like it. I'm an OG to the core type of guy. Why don't change that? Don't do that. I remember a lot of uproar happened when they did the Royal ones like that. Remember they made them all suede?
Yes.
It's like why?
Hubby has
why? Just
hair.
it's like why? But on the same level, I know that sneaker grew on a lot of people, and people ended up buying them. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. So this has been a lot of fun. So before we go, we're gonna give you the opportunity to show a gem that did not grace your top 10, and then we'll close off the show.
All right, sounds good. So this pair is always something I like to show off because I feel like I'm flexing a little bit.
As you
it's
should.
A custom.
As you should. We call it a humble flex.
It's a 101. It's also a 101 that I did. I dyed the sole, I dyed the lace, like the stitching around the midsole, like everything has been done by me. So I gotta go with my Freddy Krueger Air Force One. So
you said you did this?
Yeah. So I did use liquid latex on the back. I wasn't sure if it would hold up, but it's held up very, very well. I wear them quite often. I did it for a Halloween sneaker event contest and I won. I did the whole costume, everything. But I did the liquid latex, so it gives that it feels like skin, like his face on the back of the shoe.
Yo! When I say this, these shoes are bunkers.
Like I had to dye the sole so that it wasn't bright white because the bright white just looks off with everything else going on.
Man, this is like crazy. Like this, I know you can't find them in Foot Locker, LA, anywhere, but right. I agree. They need to get with Aneyeivkicks and let her go ahead and put her stamp on these and release these to the masses. So
that'd
people
be
can
crazy,
go right?
Like I know we got the Freddy the dunks, but I feel like putting that liquid latex, oh man,
these are crazy. These are crazy. Don't be surprised if I hit you and hubby up and like, hey, so I'm about to send some money y'all way. I need I might need a pair of those Freddy Kruegers. That's all I'm saying.
But I will say though, so I have my YouTube channel and I did a whole like behind the scenes making, like I documented the whole process.
Yeah.
And I have had people reach out to me that they have watched the video and they have recreated it on like a pair of Adidas or like some other shoe, and that's such an honor. Like, you think my work is cool enough to go to my channel, watch my videos, and do it yourself? Like, that's amazing. It
is that cool because you're dope, and the effort that you put into these sneakers and how they came out is very dope. So very, very dope. All right, let's look. I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been a lot of fun. Not only getting to know you as a person, as a wife, as a sneaker business owner, as a sneaker collector. This has just been a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of heat, Just great shoes, great stories. Shout out to your entire family. Shout out to those Cafe Du Monde sneakers that I have to get now. And also,
and the Wing Fives. You need the Wing Fives too.
And the Wing Fives. And the Wing Fives. Exactly. I have some shoes that I have to grab now, and I'm thankful for that. Seriously. I've never said I'm thankful to be broke, but yes, I'm thankful to be broke. Yeah, I'm thankful to be broke. So this has been an extreme privilege for me, sis. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, joining the show. Shout out to your Grams. Shout out to your hubby. And this has just been really, really fun. So I'm appreciative, and hopefully we can get you back on here to do a part 2 eventually.
Of course, I'm down. This has been fun. I mean, listen, asking a sneakerhead to get on and talk about sneakers and show off theirs, like, that's a no-brainer at the end of the day. But it's been a lot of fun. I really love your energy and what you do with your show. So the minute I saw some clips, I was like, hey, I gotta be a part of it.
Yep.
So now I gotta go ahead and leave the house and head on down to Miami for this panel, but it's so worth it. Hit me up. I'll come back on.
Okay, I definitely will. And you enjoy the panel and enjoy the rest of your day, sis. Thank you so much for just coming on.
Side note, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. I want to plug myself real quick.
That's what please do. Do that right now. Yeah, plug it.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Go subscribe. Y'all, I already see some of y'all are following me on Instagram based off of this. My YouTube channel link is in the bio. Go check it out. I'm always coming out with something. I'm always doing giveaways and little random things too. You never know where I'm going to pop up next or what's going to catch my eye next.
Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all make sure to subscribe and follow my sister. She's doing some amazing things in the sneaker community, and I absolutely love it. I follow her. I pay attention to what she's doing. Y'all should too. So thank you so much, sis. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
All right. Have a good one. So y'all, this has been another incredible episode. We want to give a shout out again to Aneyeivkicks for tuning in. And most importantly, man, thank y'all in the sneaker community for tuning in, showing love, writing comments, asking questions, just showing love, man. This is what this is all about. We come together as a sneaker community and we show love, man. Shout out to my bro DJ who just joined in. I'm grateful, man, for the people that have been rocking with the show, rocking with the vibes, the energy. Shout out to Rick Dub, man. He's always been supportive of the show. We're grateful to have you, bro. Always showing love. Infamous Kicks SCT, thank you so much, bro. We appreciate. Salute to you as well. But yeah, man, this has been another fun episode, man. Great episode. If you want your own episode, shout out to man SDL. If you want your own episode, all you got to do is hit us up via DM, and we'll try to set up an episode for you to come and show your top 10 sneakers, and we'll talk about it, man. We'll get into what makes a great collection for you, what makes a great top 10 for you, get to know you as a person, an individual, a sneaker collector, just whatever the case may be, man. We want to highlight people within this sneaker community because that's what it's all about. So again, man, great energy, great vibes. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. As I always say before I leave, I pray y'all get every sneaker y'all want in the year 2024. This has been your boy Retro Ryan, one half of Kixology Sneakers. Shout out to Rap City, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
I keep a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I